Hello students, myself Sridhar. In the previous session, we have discussed about mouth, the munching machine, and the passage of food. Then next one, how travel of food through the esophagus. Then first of all, what is esophagus? Esophagus is nothing but food pipe. It is a long tubular structure which will be upper region connects to the pharynx and the lower region connects to the stomach. So this entire tube, as we discussed, is known as food pipe or also called as esophagus. The lining of the esophagus, which will be having mucus, or the walls of the mucus which will be secretes mucus. Then why? What is the use of the mucus secretion? That mucus easily helps to pass the food material. Then whatever the food material through the esophagus, which has to pass in an easier way, and that will be done with the help of the mucus, which will be secretes from the walls of esophagus. Clear? Then the walls of the esophagus, which will be made up of with longitudinal and as well as circular muscles, longitudinal and as well as circular muscles, and these muscles are contracts and relax. These muscles are contracts and relax, and while the contraction and relaxation, the movement of food will be takes place. Then how it will be? That movement will be in a wave-like movements. And such movements are called as peristalsis. Whatever the wave-like movements passes through the esophagus are called as peristalsis. Why? Because the entire esophagus is a muscular and elastic, while the food will be passed, which will be get contracts and relax. In this manner, the movement of food takes place, and that is called as peristalsis. Then afterwards, the food will be enters into the stomach. Okay students, so let us continue that stomach. Then stomach, already we know that, which is a bag-like structure which stores the food materials. So generally the stomach, which is a mixer and digester. Why we are calling it is a mixer and digester? So whenever the food which is present in the oral cavity, which the nerves in the cheek and tongue, those are stimulated, then these are carries the messages in the form of nerve impulses to the brain, especially the motor nerves from the brain, which stimulates the walls of the stomach. Then the gastric glands, the walls of the stomach, which has a gastric glands. At the same time, the entire walls of the stomach, which is lined with a mucus, So the motor nerves from the brain, which stimulates the walls of stomach, and immediately the gastric glands, which are placed in the walls of the stomach, they are get stimulated by the motor nerves which comes to the brain, and those are produces the gastric juice. So generally the gastric juice is a secretion of the stomach, and which will be consisting of HCl, hydrochloric acid, which will be having acidic condition. And sometimes whenever the HCl will be released and will be feeling the burning sensation. So whenever the stomach is empty, suppose we are not taking the food from the past 2 to 3 4 hours, obviously what happens, the HCl will be continuously releasing, and without food, this HCl, whenever it is released, will feel the burning sensation. So whenever the gastric juices will be released, and whatever the food present in the stomach, that will be mixed. Am I clear? The entire food which is present in the stomach and which will be mixed thoroughly, mixed thoroughly, and churning. So that is the reason which we'll be calling as a churning machine. And especially if you observe that the term chyme, here we'll be finding the term chyme. And what is a chyme? The digestive juices turns the food into stomach and pour it like a consistency. So which will be the whatever the food partially digested in the stomach, and that is called as chyme. Here we'll be finding the two terms. One is bolus and the next one is chyme. And most of the students confusing bolus and chyme. Bolus is nothing but chewed food and chyme is a partially digested food. Then afterwards and from the stomach, the partially digested food or chyme slowly enters or passes into the small intestine. Okay, let us continue. The stomach. So generally the stomach, as we discussed, which is a bag-like structure and which will be having the various regions such as cardiac stomach, where the esophagus will be opens into the region that is called as cardiac stomach. Next one is this is called as body, and here the fundus will be there. Then coming to the next one is pyloric stomach, and these are the regions. So the stomach which will be having three regions: cardiac stomach, fundus, and along with that pylori. And in this which will be having two valves, the upper region of the stomach which will be having the cardiac valve and here pyloric valve. So whenever the food passes from the esophagus to the stomach, this cardiac valve get open and the food will be allowed. So whenever the food once enter into the stomach, and the entire food will be mixed with the help of the contraction and relaxation of circular and as well as longitudinal muscles. Here also circular and longitudinal muscles will be there, and these are contracting and relaxing obviously due to that the entire food will be mixed. So that is the reason we have discussed it is a churning machine. And whenever the food mixed, after that the food will be passed through the duodenum, and this region is called as duodenum. Is a part of the small intestine. So these where the pyloric stomach and the duodenum join, in that region the valve is present, is called as pyloric valve. So that pyloric valve, while opening, the little amount of food which is already mixed, and that will be passes through the pyloric valve and little amount, and suppose some amount of the food metal which will be in the larger size, so that will be pushing back, and that is called as retropulsion. So here we are finding these three. One is propulsion, the next one is grinding, and the next is a retropulsion. Then what is propulsion? As I told you that whatever the peristaltic movements which will be through the circular and longitudinal muscles of the stomach from one part to another part. And the next one, so whenever the food will be completely in the stomach, which has to be mixed, so that is nothing but this grinding. Okay, from there towards the pylori. Then comes the retropulsion, the small amount of chyme which will be pushed into the duodenum region, and simultaneously the forcing most of it back to the stomach, and whichever the little larger size metals will be pushing back, and the small amounts of food matter will be sending towards the duodenum, and the larger amount of the material will be sending back, and that is called as retropulsion. The entire stomach, the walls of the stomach which is lined with the mucus. Then what is the use of mucus? That mucus is, so which is called as mucus. And what is the use of mucus? So this mucus which is giving protection to the walls of the stomach, because the walls of the stomach, as we discussed, which produces the gastric juice and which will be containing HCl, the more acidic, and which helps to melt the bones also. That is why these walls of the stomach protected by the mucus. To understand this, if you take two green leaves, okay, and this is one more leaf. Fine. So on the one leaf you can apply Vaseline or a petroleum jelly, anything, and another leaf you can pour a little amount of weak acid. Okay, in the first leaf we have applied Vaseline or the petroleum jelly, and another leaf which you have taken, on that you have poured weak acid. Then after some time, if you observe which one is getting damaged, obviously the leaf which you have applied the weak acid, that is getting damaged, and which one you have applied the Vaseline, because you have to pour the weak acid on both the leaves. Here without Vaseline, here you have applied Vaseline. On the both the leaves you have poured the acid, but in that this leaf is not getting any damage and this leaf is getting damaged. What is the reason? Here there is no protection such as a Vaseline, but here Vaseline is there. So in this, on the both the leaves we have applied the weak acid, but here without Vaseline. Vaseline is not applied. Here Vaseline is applied, so it is not getting damaged, and the leaf which you have not applied the Vaseline, it is getting damaged. The reason is here this Vaseline is acting as a protective layer. Here there is no protective layer. In the same manner, this stomach also protected by the mucus, and which is giving protection.